Day 7. Reading. The goddess of fruits and vegetables. There once lived an asur named Ruru who belonged to the lineage of Hiranyaksh. A devotee of the Trinity, Ruru performed a penance to please Brahma. When Brahma appeared before him, he asked Ruru, "What do you desire, my dear child?" "O Lord, will you bless me with the boon of always having the Trinity protect my family?" "So may it be," pleased Brahma and vanished. Time passed, and Ruru's son Durgamasur, and an ambitious and intelligent asur, grew up to be a beautiful king. The guru of the asur, Shukracharya, advised Durgamasur to pray to Brahma. Shukracharya knew about some of the foolish boon the asur had asked for earlier, so he warned Durgamasur, "Be careful what you ask for." Durgamasur listened to his teacher carefully before he departed for his penance. He meditated for years until Brahma appeared and asked him, "What do you want, my devotee?" Durgamasur was aware of the importance of the Vedas and the yagna and decided that unlike his predecessor, he did not want to ask for immorality. Instead, he said, "Lord, you are the creator of the four Vedas. Please give their sole ownership to me." Brahma agreed and blessed Durgamasur. Once he became the owner of the Vedas, Durgamasur kept them under lock and key in Patal, the lower realm of the earth. As a result, future generations of priests and sages who were unable to refer to the Vedas could not perform yagnas. Gradually, fewer yagnas took place, and the share of food usually offered to the fire to please the gods through yagnas became minimal. With the passing of some more time, the practice of yagnas became extinct. So the god grew disconnected from humans and began losing their power over the earthly realm, becoming weaker and weaker. Durgamasur knew that the weakness of the god would in turn enhance his strength. He soon began troubling the citizens of earth and other living beings on the planet. Varun, the god of water, became so thin and weak that he was unable to send rain for the people on earth, resulting in all the water sources drying up. Famine ravaged the world. Animals began dying due to the lack of food and resources, and so did the men, women, and children. However, Durgamasur showed no sign of change or repentance. As the king, he still demanded all resources from his subject, including water, and was unbothered by the difficulties faced by his people. Instead, he used this opportunity to march towards the heavens, dethroned Indra, and crown himself the king of the gods. These made all the gods, including Varun, his slaves. The gods felt helpless because of the Trinity's promise of protection to Durgamasur's father. Brahma had no inkling that giving the Veds to Durgamasur would result in the end of yagnas, which would lead to powerless gods and famished people on earth. Gods and humans alike become terrified of Durgamasur and his next move. Brahma and Vishnu ran to Shiv, requesting him for assistance. Shiv was calm. He said, "The Trinity has promised to protect Ruru's family, which is why we cannot declare war against Durgamasur." The only person who can do so is my wife Parvati, who is independent of me in thought and action. Even though we have promised to protect the family, perhaps Parvati can assist. She is a fierce warrior who can easily defeat her enemies. Hearing the endless pleas of gods and humans alike, Parvati came down to earth on a lion. She was armed with 16 weapons in each of her 16 hands. The goddess observed the sparse vegetation and the heap of dead animal and human bodies because of the never ending drought. A mother at heart, she could not contain her sadness, and tears spilled from her eyes. The moment the tears touched the earth, they instantly turned into full-fledged rivers. When Parvati realized that her tears were turning into water, she used her power to replicate 100 eyes all over her body. This gained her the name Satakshi, 100 eyes. Soon the earth was blessed with water, but there were no trees left to sustain life. Parvati wondered how this problem could be solved. She knew that rainwater was the purest water of all and that it helped grow food quickly. So she went to search of Durgamasur. The Asur king became enchanted with her beauty the moment he saw her without realizing who she really was. He asked her, "Oh beautiful lady, what do you want from me? I am Asur that I can give you whatever you are looking for. Release the Vedas and allow yagnas to resume. Let Varun send water to the earth. Only rain can bring crops. River can help, but rain is essential. I will agree to this, fair maiden, but I want you to marry me. Don't you know I am the wife of Shiv and the mother of the universe? Don't you know the meaning of love?" she continued. "You have done wrong, my child. Stop your negative action and understand that it is important for the world to have peace." Durgamasur, however, did not heed her words. He was obsessed with her beauty. He said, It is wonderful to know that you are Shiva's wife, but I must advise you to leave your aesthetic husband who resides in a god-forsaken place like Mount Kailash. Become my queen, and I'll be your slave for life." Parvati became furious at his words as the goddess watched the proceeding with interest and fear. "There is no point in trying to explain anything to you," she said. "So, the only solution is that you must meet your end. Maybe that is your destiny and the purpose of your words. Come, let's fight." Durgamasur laughed loudly. The thought was absolutely absurd to him. "Oh, come on! How can a delicate woman like you fight a mighty devil like me?" Parvati refused to back down. So Durgamasur reluctantly agreed to a fight. A terrible and fierce battle ensued. Parvati, now in angry and vengeful avatar, used all her weapon and strategy and killed Durgamasur. Gradually, Parvati returned to her calm and peaceful self and said to the god and humans who had come to thank her, "The form in which I fought against Durgamasur will be known as Durga. To save the world, I will give the seed to grow plants, trees and vegetables, and Varun will send rain to help cultivation. For this purpose, you must pray to me in my forms is Sakambari with vegetables and not flowers or ornaments. I will create a beautiful garden here which will have vegetables growing in it forever. For this, I will be known as Vanshankari, or the goddess of the garden, and I must always be dressed in green. Today, the temple of Vanshankari is in the Bagalkot district of the North Karnataka and has a statue of Parvati with a pleasant face, 16 hands, and riding a lion. During Navratri, she is decorated with garlands of lemons, chilies, eggplants, pan leaves, and other green vegetables. On one of those days, she is offered only cooked vegetables, which must add up to the holy number of 108. Thank you.